Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial. This video is the continuation video after Pinnacles of the World. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. And please check out my second channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. Guy's red eyes kindled with joy and he smiled deeper. In shock and confusion, Velgrind took a step back. Then, while showing a smile to Guy, Rudra said, "Let's settle our fight for sure today, Guy." "Humph. That's just what I wanted, Rudra. What is Divine Sword Summon?" "It's a ritual to bring out the sword he used against his opponent only when he got serious. For him to be able to summon the sword which chose its owner, regardless whether the man in front of his eyes is a fake or a real one, he probably has a similar will to Rudra, who was Guy's friend. Even after dying, you are still going to stand before me and get in my path, hey? You probably won't let me quit when I'm ahead. You truly are a guy who hated losing." Guy was happy and couldn't hide the smile sprouting on his mouth. Guy already didn't care about Velda and other things and immersed himself in his fight with Rudra. And Velgrind too. She decided to watch over the two of them. The rule agreed upon between Guy and Rudra from a very long time ago didn't permit Velgrind and Velzard to interfere in their fight. While Velgrind was watching, their fight grew fiercer. Velzard also felt a similar shock like Velgrind. However, she was Guy's partner, so it could be said the shock she felt was smaller than Velgrind. More importantly, thanks to the bonds with Guy she felt earlier, she never got agitated when she saw Rudra. Velzard was treating Milam's injury indifferently without showing astonishment on her face. She looked at Chloe, who before she noticed was confronting Velda and stalling with her swordplay. Milam's injury was not as bad as she expected, so Velzard was relieved that Milam would recover soon at this rate. "Sorry, I'm okay now." As Velzard expected, Milam recovered immediately. Moreover, even though she was completely unable to compete with Velda just a while ago, Milam tried to rush towards Velda without learning any lessons from before. "Milam, is there any chance of winning?" "Huh? There's none. But well, I might hit on some kind of idea while fighting, right?" "Ah, it's not good," so Velzard thought. Just as she expected, Milam was being toyed with by Velda. "Grr, you agile bastard." While Velzard was watching, it seemed Milam was refining her fighting spirit steadily, even while she was cursing, but her energy didn't increase greatly as Velzard imagined. Although it was larger than an awakened demon lord, it was only 10% compared to a true dragon. That's odd. Compared with the enormous energy she had when she fought Guy, I think Milam's current strength is too small though. Guy and Rudra were fighting equally. If Velzard got in the way, she would obviously incur Guy's wrath, so she couldn't do anything but to leave them be. It seemed her younger brother, Veldora, had become very impudent and stubborn before she noticed, but she decided that it would be alright to ignore him. Moreover, because Guy and Rudra began immersing themselves in their fight, Velgrind could afford to pay attention to Veldora and others. Even while watching the two fight, Velgrind is preparing in case of an unforeseen situation. Looking at that, Velzard judged that it would better to leave it to Velgrind in case anything happened. The problem was Velda. As one would expect of Chloe, she was cautious and devoted herself to a wait-and-see approach. Carefully and calmly, she seemed to be measuring Velda's strength. On the other hand, Milam was reckless as she kept repeating her suicidal attacks. Velzard was helping Milam with defense by putting up her shield to prevent the attacks towards Milam, but she would still accumulate some damage. Although Milam didn't look like she was holding back, she appeared weaker compared to when she fought Guy a long time ago. Velzard doubted it. Milam, you fool. You better get serious." When Velzard tried to say her doubt, Guy shouted as if he lost his temper. On the other hand, Milam rebutted seemingly unamused. "I'm going full power. I didn't hold back, you know. Idiot. You were stronger a long time ago, you know. You aren't using Wrathful Lord Satanel, right?" Having been pointed out by Guy, Milam's sight went all over the place for an instant as if to express, "I forgot." However, if she were to elude the question, it would hurt her dignity. "But I might not be able to control myself with it. Last time, you and Ramirez. Geez, just do it. Even I have my hands full with this guy as my opponent, you know. Just hurry up and send that damn bastard flying." Guy urged Milam with partly desperate tone. In fact, Both Guy and Rudra's strength were nearly equal, and Guy didn't have the leeway to talk with Milam. He could only tell Milam that much and turned towards Rudra. "Sorry to keep you waiting." "What, it's fine. It will be boring unless we fight seriously after all." Guy stated his thanks to Rudra, who was holding back while Guy was advising Milam. Then, they both struck their swords at the same time and scattered intense sparks. Velzard sighed after she watched the two in amazement and felt her doubt was cleared. It wasn't that Milam hadn't gotten serious, she just didn't use her ultimate skill. However, Milam's words were also correct. A magic essence breeder reactor that was so strong that Milam couldn't master it. That was Wrathful Lord Satanel's true identity. The ultimate power which increased her magic essences steadily by using her intense anger and magic essences as fuel. The magic essences used as fuel were used and restored to become even more power. It was literally multiplied. As long as this was activated, Milam's energy would increase immediately. Furthermore, it wouldn't decrease even if she kept using it. It was certainly the ultimate ability. The one who controls infinite power, that is the demon lord named Milam. Her title as the child of Veldanava was not just for show. However, Milam had never activated Wrathful Lord Satanel at all. It was only after Guy had succeeded in reproducing the ability when they fought long ago that Milam realized it. Although Guy had succeeded in reproducing Wrathful Lord Satanel with his prideful Lord Lucifer, he gave up in letting such an extremely powerful ability to stay active all the time. He could keep it permanently active at about 40% and using his remaining capacities to utilize other abilities. And, even if he activated the ability in full power while maintaining his ego, the limit would be about 90% from a self-analysis he had done. However, if it is Milam, it's an unparalleled powerful ability, but if it's Milam she can control it, such as Guy's confidence in her. And, Velzard too remembered the story she previously heard from Guy when she saw the current Milam. Milam didn't need to use ultimate skill because she possessed enormous energy surpassing awakened Demon Lord. If Milam could activate Wrathful Lord Satanel, Velzard thought that she couldn't imagine how high her strength would rise. Perhaps, she might be able to embody a strength exceeding even us the true dragons. She came to realize the threat. However, she thought that it was necessary to defeat Velda in front of her. Besides, if it was Milam, she believed that Milam could control Wrathful Lord Satanel completely with her strong will. As for Milam, despite having intense conflicts, she understood that her current strength didn't reach Velda's. Therefore, she made the decision to pour her rage into Wrathful Lord Satanel. As if he sensed the sign from Milam. "Rudra, there's no time to play around, hurry up and finish it." So, Velda shouted. However, the answer was, "Shut up, my opponent isn't so weak that I can win by going half-assed. You should understand that if you are my master. For you to say such foolish words, it seems you are not my master as I expected. However, I don't care. I'm grateful that you gave me the chance to settle my fight with Guy. So, be quiet. I will do my best to thank you for that. If you understand, then don't order me around." Rudra straightforwardly rebuked Velda. There was only the matter to settle his fight with Guy in Rudra's mind. He was now enjoying his fight with Guy from the bottom of his heart and felt that Velda's words were nothing more than a hindrance. Milam's voice echoed when Velda frowned due to Rudra's response. Sorry to keep you waiting, this time, I'll go all out for sure. Enormous amount of aura gushed out from her body which was neatly circulated and formed a defensive membrane to cope with every kind of attacks. The Dragon Princess Milam Nava had now unleashed her true power. A tremendous impact coursed through Velda's hand that stopped Milam's extremely fast sword. The strength behind the attack was beyond Velda's expectation and he failed to parry it. The proof of the power was that the snake sword used by Velda got destroyed. When he saw the broken sword in his hand, agitation was shown for the first time on Velda's expression. It then became anger. "Geez, you're really going to bother me till the end." While annoyed, Velda threw surges of anger towards Milam. However, Milam calmly parried that anger. On the contrary, Milam began to pursue Velda, who wore an expression that said, "How unpleasant." Milam was unconcerned about whatever her opponent was thinking and continuously attacked Velda with strong intentions to crush him. Her speed increased intensely with every sword stroke and began catching up with Velda's movement. Velda was dodging Milam's slashes, but he gradually lost his calm. As one would expect, not even Velda could endure Milam's attacks unarmed. How vexing. Velda put his hands together and shouted, "Divine sword creation." The space between Velda's hands shone and a sword was created. Divine Sword Abyss. It ranked the lowest amongst divine swords and demonic swords, but it was still a full-fledged god-class weapon. Velda could create a god-class armament with his own ability. And then, the sword dance began. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my earlier videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And please check out my other channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.